Okay, so welcome everyone to your evening meditation. Just to start with, put your phone on mute or silent, just going somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 20 minutes or so. Sitting comfortably, feet shoulder width apart. Cup your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. And start off by taking a nice deep breath in. Through the nose, so filling up the lower stomach. And into the heart center, to your upper chest and into your head. So it's a full maximal inhale breath. Pause at the top of the inhale. Just do a little scan of your mind and notice any obviously distracting thoughts or emotions blowing through your mind. So thoughts of the past, thoughts about the future. Maybe you've got some accumulated mental and emotional static from the day. Notice how that feels emotionally. Notice how it shows up in your body. Maybe just an uncomfortable feeling somewhere in your body. Maybe a tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, clenching of your jaw. And now you're just going to choose to let it go with your breath. So exhale. Just blowing it all out with the breath. Imagine you releasing it like a black smoke out of your mouth. Just leaving your energy body. Pull the lower stomach into the spine. Expel the last remaining air out. And just find some stillness. Imagine your mind is like a still calm lake on a windless day, and you're just going to drop today's ideas into that still calm empty place. So breathe in. Notice how the stomach rises, the chest rises. Notice the subtle flow of air into the nostrils. Pause at the top of the inhale. Find some stillness. And then you exhale. Just sigh it all out. Chest and the stomach suck back in. Again, come to rest at the bottom of the exhale in stillness. So remind yourself there's really nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. Just breathe, relax, be still. And let these ideas just permeate into your awareness. Imagine your mind is like this still calm lake on a windless day. And these profound pebbles are going to drop into that stillness. Because your mind is so still, the ripple effects are going to be very noticeable. You're going to ripple all the way to the depths of your subconscious mind. So just keep watching your breath as you listen to these profound words. This is from the preliminary section on what is the body. So the body is a fence, says Jesus. The Son of God, which is all of us, imagines he has built to separate parts of his self, capital self, from other parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence he thinks that he is safe from love. Identifying with his safety, he regards himself as what his safety is. How else could he be certain he remains within the body, keeping love outside? Just pause, watch the breath, find the stillness. Breathing in through the nose, notice how the stomach, chest rise. Notice the subtle flow of air into your nostrils. Just bringing your mind into complete present moment awareness. And you exhale, sigh it all out, make a little sighing sound in the back of your throat. The chest and the stomach suck back in. Just step back and watch the breath. So there's no conscious stressing, straining, or striving involved. You can just watch how this all happens to you, through you, and for you. There's no conscious effort or strain involved. So just keep listening. The body will not stay. Yet this he sees as double safety. For the Son of God's impermanence, he is proof, quote, his fences work, and do the task his mind assigns to them. For if his oneness still remained untouched, who could attack and who could be attacked? Who could be victor? Who could be his prey? Who could be victim? And who the murderer? And if he did not die, what proof is there that God's eternal Son can be destroyed? Just pause, keep watching your breath, finding the stillness. So try and intellectually understand these ideas. Evaluate them, judge them, compare them, analyze them, criticize them, resist them. Just let them sink in to this open, empty, spacious awareness. Well, that's the best way to listen. Let them go into your subconscious mind where it will start to undo this default thought system that the Course calls the ego. One other note is that, like the word God, for whatever reason, you have some religious connotations, preconceived notions about what that word means. And you can substitute that word for love. So God's eternal Son is love's eternal extension. Remember that the words are just pointers to a deeper inner state within us that's really way beyond words. So don't get hung up on the language and the terminology. So having said that, just continue, just keep watching your breath as you listen and let the words just sink into your awareness. So the body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear, where every dream is born. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful must the body serve the purpose given it. But we can change the purpose that the body will obey by changing what we think that it is for. And the body is the means by which God's Son, love's extension, returns to sanity. Though it was made to fence him into hell without escape, yet has the God of heaven been exchanged for the pursuit of hell. The Son of God is an extension of love, which is you, extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. He will identify with what you think will make you safe. whatever it may be, you will believe that it is one with you. Your safety lies in truth and not in lies. Love is your safety. Fear does not exist. Identify with love and you're safe. Identify with love and you're home. Identify with love and find yourself. Capital Self. Just pause, watch your breath. Let those profound words just sink in. And really just feel them. It's not, although this is quite an intellectual course, it's not a course designed to stimulate your intellect, to give you more faith in your intellect. In fact, quite the opposite. It's designed to ultimately break your intellect and get you to surrender to an experience of love that is way beyond the intellectual mind. So let's move on to today's workbook, lesson 264. I am surrounded by the love of God. So take a nice deep breath in. Breathing into the lower stomach. Imagine you're not just breathing air in, but you're breathing this presence of love into your belly button, into your heart center. Feel a nice warm, tingling feeling flowing into your heart, up into your chest and then your head. Just pause at the top of the inhale. Find some stillness. Into the stillness, just remind yourself, I am surrounded by the love of God. Let's try and drop into the feeling of that. Notice anything that's not quite the love of God. So that could be any thoughts, any emotions that are less than loving. Maybe there's some attack thoughts, some anger, frustration, resentment, anxiety. Notice those thoughts, notice the emotions, notice the body feelings that go with them. And now just let it go with your breath. Breathing it all out. Imagine it's blowing out like a black smoke out of your mouth. Pull the lower stomach into the spine so you're at rest. Pause for a few seconds in the stillness. Because it's in the stillness that maybe you can really experience the words are pointing to. Surrounded by the love of God. It's everywhere. It's base reality. It's the ground of being. It's your true nature. So how can it not be everywhere? Just breathe in again. Nice deep breath in. Stomach rises. Chest rises. There's the subtle flow of life energy rising up. Breathing in this loving presence, feel like you're being filled up with it, filling up your heart, stomach, your head, surrounding you in this aura of love. You can visualize golden or white light. Along with this, it's the visual aspect of the same presence. Now say to yourself, Father, Source, Creator, Love, however you want to address this highest part of yourself. You stand before me and behind, beside me, in the place I see myself and everywhere I go. You in all the things I look upon, the sounds I hear, and every hand that reaches for my own. A new time disappears and place becomes a meaningless belief. And so exhale. And just let go of your belief in time and space. Jesus is saying they're just beliefs, mental ideas we hold so dear, and yet they have no absolute reality. So whatever happens within the construct of time and space, these are illusory, must also be illusory. Exhale fully on the truth of that. Pull the lower stomach into the spine. Breathe in again. Imagine you breathing this loving presence into your stomach, your heart center, your chest and your head. And say, for what surrounds your son and keeps him safe is love itself. There is no source but this. And nothing is that does not share its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within itself. Father, your Son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today, to be at peace within your everlasting love. Just exhale on the truth of that, and just sink into this love. So nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. The next minutes of silence, just breathe, relax, and be still. Invite this loving presence in with this little prayer. Say, my brothers, join with me in this today. This is salvation's prayer. Must we not join in what will save the world along with us? And now just join, just enter into this loving presence. There's nothing else to do, there's nowhere else to go. Just breathe, relax, and be still. And just feel the truth that you are surrounded by the love of God. Sink into that presence for the next minute of silence. And so just gently coming back into an awareness of your body through the breath. So notice the stomach rise, the chest rise, subtle flow of air into your nostrils. Just pause at the top of the inhale. Find some stillness. And then you exhale. Sigh it all out. Notice the chest and the stomach suck back in. Again, come to rest. Stillness at the bottom of the exhale. So that's 1. 2, just Noticing all your body senses. So what are you feeling and touching? Maybe there's a subtle taste in your mouth, a smell in your nose. Notice what you're hearing. Tuning into whatever's happening in your environment. And just perceiving all of these things from this place of love. So there's no attempt to judge them, label them, evaluate them, interpret them. Just allow whatever to arise to arise. This is what's called non-judgmental perception. You just allow your sense perceptions to happen, to blow through the mind. And there's no mental judgment, there's no opinion about them. And this does take some mind training, which is why we do meditation and do these little mind training exercises as we come out of it. Just to give you a little taste as you come back into the world of perception of what it's like to be in the world of perception, but be surrounded by the love of God and know that. So 3, open your eyes. Just look around, up, down, near, far. Let your eyes glance around the room wherever you happen to be. Just letting them rest briefly on whatever they happen to rest on, then move on. Again, just don't judge anything. Don't even label it or name it. Just allow it to be. And so you start to see that whatever you're seeing, there's still this underlying presence of love. And that doesn't change. So the world of form is all about change and differences. Perception of that really locks us in to a reality based on separation. But if you start to perceive non-judgmentally, and you start to perceive the oneness that underlies everything, as Jesus says, you are in all things I look upon. The sounds I hear in every hand that reaches for my own. So underneath all these sense perceptions, sights and sounds, touch, taste, smell, there is this loving presence that is always there. And it's our job to just be aware of that. If we do that job, then we will feel much happier and more peaceful than if we don't. And that's why we do this work, because the reward is our own happiness and peace of mind. So that's what I wish for you for the rest of the evening, a very happy and peaceful evening, in which you maybe just get a little glimpse of this enlightened state of walking in a world where you're surrounded by the love of God all the time, permanently. To help you stay there, you can practice the shorter breath break I sent you if you're on the WhatsApp group today for every hour. And if anything comes in to test you or challenge you, use it in immediate response to that, just to reconnect you with this loving presence. And I wish you good practicing and a very, very loving evening. Thank you for listening, and namaste.
Thanks very much.